Zans, what time did you get?
108.50.
Not bad.
All right, get ready, red team. Time is like 5 seconds, 6 seconds from now.
I did that palace skip so safely, man.
All right, red, go. Go. Go, go, go,
go. That'll be one to watch because we expect to see probably the
Hey guys.
fastest.
And we have Balnor here joining us in the voice call.
What a coincidence. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as Neil was saying, there's some glitches in the drawing order for the auto scroller. It doesn't really affect it mechanically, but if you miss one of the gems, it makes it look like the game really cheated you, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But really, it's just the issue is that the sprite order will be wrong. So things that you're in front of will appear to be behind you, or vice versa.
It's just a very unfortunate sort of situation. It maybe alludes to the point of this section potentially being rushed.
Yeah.
That's one hypothesis you had.
I've never had an enemy spawn like this. That was weird. I've just lost my enemy and
tried to do a double jump
section.
storage. Did not work. But I would have liked it to. It's alright though. Solid stuff here.
Yeah, I was not able to see exactly what was going on everyone's screens, but I think Toro just made it through the Mirror Spirit in 4-1, which is one of the, at least in the early game, one of the, well, if this is sort of mid-game.
Mid-game, I would say.
One of the rougher ones, because you need to really avoid the gems, hit the Mirror Spirit, and then double back for them.
Then go back. Yeah. And I just missing this Phantom Island. A little silly. Fine, I'll just back a bit.
That's
even grab this guy. Try again. Yeah, the camera was just not working in my favor there. Can I? Yeah, there we go.
Toro making it to the end of 4-1.
Got everything.
Nice. Perfect 1 true beginning with the Mirror Fairy section.
Yeah, 95. Good. For this category, I typically have targets memorized in my head, so how many gems I should have at any given point of a level. Which I would say is pretty helpful learning this category.
Yeah, that's extremely important, I think, because if nothing else, and even if kind of you are best just to assume that you got everything. Just having the reassurance as you go through the level that you haven't messed up is, in my opinion, pretty important.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to do a displacement clip here in a little bit. We were doing some wall clips earlier. This is essentially a different sort of wall clip. Functions a little uniquely. You want to elaborate on that a little bit, Amoser?
Yeah. It's just related to the fact that when you switch between two different planes, which essentially means two different pieces of ground that can be
okay, well, I'm gonna have to grab some gems on the way up.
Sort of branching.
Which is fine.
The game, if you do a very specific one-frame turn, the game will displace you in one of two directions, and some of the time that is favorable and allows you to either clip through a wall or squeeze an enemy into a place where you're not supposed to. And so in that case, that lets us bring an enemy in here and skip some animation.
Specifically, well, I wouldn't really say it's animation. It's more of the moving platform having to position itself low enough for us to jump on it.
Yeah.
Which does take some considerable amount of time. I think it's like 8 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is in this category, but on average, it's about 7 seconds. But that might be more in this. Yeah, so Neil doing Geldbaum now. I think we'll see roughly the same strategy that we saw earlier.
Doing a little bit of a swag strat right there by walking into Geldbaum using iframes. Not take damage.
Taro coming up on the 4th boss, which is Palladium. So far, a very clean run.
Nice.
Oh no.
Perfect. Fast Mongo Longo animation on the first hit.
Nice.
Nice. Got the quick Mongo Longo kill.
Oh yeah, Balnir are going for a really interesting Rongo Longo strategy that is on average faster than what we've seen from the other runners.
Oh, that was close. That was extremely close. I was so close to crashing the game there. Oh man, I'm sorry for the little interruption. I just got a little bit of a jump scare.
Yeah, Toro hitting these triangles 2 at a time, successfully defeating the 4th boss.
Now,
Yeah, Neil defeating Geldbaum at the same time.
gonna take that safety save. I was supposed to do it earlier, but I forgot. All right. Well, it takes a little bit of time, but I feel in a marathon setting like this, it would be somewhat crucial. And in the event that something goes wrong, got the midpoint.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh crap!
Oh, and now we have
Is
all
the
four
whole gang
Klonoas.
here?
The
Nice.
entire gang is here.
The gang's all here. Oh man, I've got really weird cycles right now. This would put me at 40. That's good.
Yeah, Neil making it through that kind of risky mirror spirit there.
There's slightly more risky movement in the later part of this level. On the moving platforms, I feel like it'll be exhilarating to watch, assuming that I don't actually fail it, of course. But
Yeah, there's a few cycles you can go for on those swinging platforms, definitely. And yeah, we will hopefully see one of the fast ones.
Not from me. Maybe I think Balnor is probably gonna go for it too. Got some gems here. Nice.
Nice. I got the perfect last room, 2-1 last room. Perfect
Nice.
execution. With the... Oh, okay, that was weird. But basically perfect leaf execution. No,
Yeah, there is a really
well,
clean
I'm wasting a
cycle
lot
you
of
can
stupid
do.
time here, unfortunately. Waiting for that enemy to move. Voila. Not so much perfect anymore, but still very happy with. Okay.
One thing about this category that I can be thankful for is not having to worry about the massive sequence break that's done in any percent in all visions. Given that you have to go this way to get all the dreamstones along this path. Not that it's a bad trick by any stretch of the imagination, it's just tedious, especially since it's something you can easily mess up and get thrown off from.
And Toro has been now in Vision 5.1 for a while, where you're collecting these 4 orbs, and has just gotten
Crap.
one of the hidden egg gems, which is which are among the more frustrating parts of this category, until you get used to it, because you can very easily forget that there are invisible eggs that have gems that are indicated only by the shadow. We're also going to soon see the yellow orb, which goes from being in
It's a
other
pretty annoying,
categories,
yeah.
more or less completely free, to one of the trickier mirror spirits to do kind of cleanly, because you have to do a very awkward series of jumps, depending on exactly what route you want to do, on these rotating things.
Some damage shenanigans there so we can get all those dream stones.
I
I
should have
never
mentioned
understood the
earlier-
premise of Klonoa running specifically along these water-like paths.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't mention this when Toro was doing, but yeah, Neil running along these waterfalls, which is not great as far as collecting the stones goes, because you actually end up if you miss one of them, you can't go back for it, because these waterfalls push you forward consistently. And Toro making it cleanly through the yellow orb that I was mentioning earlier, which is always good to see.
Yeah, you want to mention the left plus right strategy that's banned in all categories.
Yeah, although it doesn't. It's in the waterfalls Neil was just on. If you hold left and right together, which you can only do on unofficial controllers, because the official PlayStation controllers do not even allow you to have those buttons held down at the same time. Depending on where you are, it'll either make you go backwards very slowly or forwards very quickly. In fact, if you're going to the right, it speeds you up. If you're going to the left, it makes you go backwards.
Not great.
So in earlier levels, you can use it to backtrack, but obviously not allowed on leaderboards if you do that.
I will provide a counter argument. It's actually possible to do this sort of strategy technically on official hardware through PSP, given that there is a sort of native button remapping feature on that platform specifically. Of course, it still kind
does
of
it actually
goes
work?
against. Yes, it does. I've tested it
interesting.
out before. Unfortunately, I have no way of currently capturing it because I don't have a component cable to connect to the device itself. But I can confirm through what would this technically be, like a witness testimony that it does work on PSP.
That is interesting.
Although I wouldn't even think it'd be like a sort of ideal device to run the game on, given that it's not any better than what would be like DuckStation are using, PS2 using FBS, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever been analyzed.
Yeah, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's close. It's probably among the faster ways to play the game, but not quite as fast as this one.
Yeah.
No perfect Pamela. Because
You know, it's funny. Game that's very similar to this. It's called Tomba. Actually has its current fastest version doable on the PSP thanks to some form of menu optimization that's exclusive to that platform. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little tidbit I would figure to share. I am a little saddened that Tomba is supposed to be one of the games done for this marathon, but unfortunately was not able to get enough runners for it. So hopefully we'll be able to see it in the future.
Yeah, Neil now wrapping up Palladium, entering Vision 5.1 as well, while Toro is now in Vision 5.2, which has this very horrifying day-night cycle that causes platforms to appear and disappear, as well as to cause the enemies to become invincible, which is, especially for sections like the one that he is doing right now, potentially kind of a big problem, because not only do you need to have the not only do you need to do the mirror spirit, get all the gems, which he just did perfectly, but you need to also have the day-night cycle be where it needs to be, and there are some very obscure rules that influence how that works.
Not the good cycle.
Did I get it? Yes, let's go. Got the door clip in 3-1. The door opening animation skip. Nice. And my music, my game disc. I don't know if it's the game disc on my PS2. But hot damn.
Does it skip the music track sometimes?
It's producing some hot tunes right about now. It's like stepping the music.
I mean, wasn't there somebody that was making remixes of Klonoa soundtracks? I believe it was.
Yeah, it was Luke Killer
Good name.
He made a couple.
Yeah. You know, Klonoa is certainly a good game with a solid original soundtrack to make remixes of, I will say.
Definitely.
Yeah, Toro. Unfortunately, I'm way behind. So I say that he's resetting one of the cycles, which is kind of the optimal way to do this. I'm sure that actually happened like 20 seconds ago. But by going in and out of a door while the transition is happening, that actually will cause the cycle to flip, which is a really important thing to know, both because in this category and in all visions, it's actually optimal to do that, or at least optimal in the most common routes. There may be a faster route that avoids it altogether. I'm actually not sure.
While you were talking, I was going to say that I was about to do the movement for the yellow mirror spirit without actually breaking the mirror spirit. And I had to stop myself, and I was like, wait, hold on, something doesn't seem right. And we were able to thankfully recover that.
Yeah, another thing to mention about that one is that one and one of the ones in 6-1, at least I find it's really easy to accidentally grab one of the gems early. In 5-1, it's just a question of it's very easy to accidentally jump into it. And in 6-1, which we'll see in a bit, you essentially have to grab, or you have to break the clock.
To restart the level.
What?
Oh no.
What happened? Did you, oh no. Did you re-enter a level?
No, I broke the big move, but then I forgot to collect one of his gems.
Oh no.
What stage was that?
In 2-2. I don't have to restart, but I did have to, die so I could restart from checkpoint.
Could be a lot worse.
Oh man. That's one of the things about this category. You make a little mistake like that, you have to off yourself to be able to try it again in game.
Yeah. I should mention that, yeah, the giant moves, not only is there a risk that the gems that bounce around can clip out of bounds, they are also temporary, and if they fall too far away, they despawn. So there's lots of ways that you can have those just kind of end your run.
Thankfully, I did not have any in so far.
Whoops.
With 2-1 and 3-1. Oh my god, dude. The music is just amazing.
And Toro is currently fighting Joka, which is, in my opinion, the hardest boss.
Woo!
Oh, Neil just did a really fast strategy in 5-1.
In this, in this section, I was about to mention it, but I didn't want to jinx it, so I kind of stayed focused. It was pretty clean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to grab the start.
Yeah, strategy borrowed from the no skips category that Balnior found a while ago, to essentially avoid having to wait for an enemy to respawn. Yeah.
Oh. You actually went for that trick first try? Nice.
We're entering cycle-based elements.
So far the run is going fine for me. Some time loss in 2-2 and 2-1 that so far it's been going good. But now comes one of the harder parts. Oh, for once I don't fail it. Okay, well. I'm just
Oh, good. Okay, I got the clip through the fire. And was able to do this first section pretty clean. It's a little unfortunate because, like, you want to be able to just keep moving by instead of hitting that switch, but you can't because those moves that you would use to break the eggs in the background there don't respawn after you move to the right. So it's somewhat imperative that you actually break the egg before moving forward. It's just one of those weird things.
Okay, this isn't good.
All right, but here we go.
Toro is
I'll
in
be
6-1
getting a
now,
frame perfect jump off of the spring.
I guess I don't lose any health here.
which is one of the biggest sequence breaks in this category. I assume Toro will be going for, where you do one of the sections that fortunately doesn't have many gems in the beginning. So you do a wall clip and enter it from the back. We should be seeing that shortly.
I think I was the one. Are you talking about 6-1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was the first person to implement that strategy for this category specifically. It's crazy how much time it saves, and it's kind of borrowed from All Visions, which is a similar category without the overhead of worrying about Dreamstones.
Yeah, it's essentially just a copy of that strategy, except that you do need to re-enter a door to respawn some of the enemies to allow the backtracking, because you have to backtrack a little bit further than you do in All Visions. In All Visions, you just keep the enemies despawned, and it actually makes it faster than if the enemies were there. But here you have to make it up. You have to make it past some jumps that require enemies.
Oh crap! I don't think I'm gonna make this. No, I did not make it.
Taro making very quick work of that backtrack section, which is good to see.
It's fine. Thankfully, there was a fast way to die there, and I'm gonna have to die again. No.
Yeah, Neil and the Mirror Spirit in 5.2 that I was mentioning earlier, where a lot of different cycles happening all at once. It's a very risky one, which unfortunately means that oftentimes you will need to die and restart it a couple times. Fortunately, there's a checkpoint right there, so making it through it still. Really
it just put me also on a somewhat desirable cycle to go for it, which is, I would say, a good thing. Just wait a second here.
Toro doing some nice riding some platforms, and then going into
okay, good.
A very difficult Mirror Spirit section, probably the hardest one, barring possibly the Extra Vision.
There's only one Mirror Spirit in the Extra Vision, and it's just a matter, at least in my opinion, of just like timing the movement at double jumps in a rhythm.
Yeah, it's once you learn it, it's really quite easy in the Extra Vision, but to get it the first time usually takes a couple tries. At least that's my experience. Yep, so Balnir is doing the Gelg Bomb now, which is, like I said, going to go for the fastest strategy there, which will be really cool if it works. So you may want to take a look at that. Toro has just completed, I believe, perfectly the Mirror Spirit in 6-1.
Ooh, that was so close, but I got it.
Yep,
I like how you described that. You're saying that he's doing the Gelg Bomb like it's some sort of dance.
I mean, it is, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like manipulations.
Nice, perfect. Perfect stuff.
Lots of good things happening all at once. Taro making it through the hard part of 6-1 perfectly cleanly. Balnir demonstrating the flawless Gelg Bomb, which is also a recent discovery, because the NAM collection gives you a slight edge in terms of the way the hitboxes work, or more accurately, don't quite work. one of the very few mechanical differences in the port versus the original version. So you could do a version of the strategy in the original, but it's not exactly the same, and the NAM collection one is faster by about a second.
I just performed a jailbreak. I rescued this move from its cell by squeezing the wind bullet in a little crevice on the right side of that cell. It's a sort of weird thing that you can do in most categories except no skips.
Yeah, and that makes a route difference between what Neil is doing and what Toro did earlier, where Toro just did the platforming section, which is a difference of a few seconds. Actually, it looks like it should be a bigger difference, but actually it doesn't really make that big of a difference to just kind of go around and hit some switches.
For this category specifically.
Yeah, now Neil entering Joko, which started to mention before when Toro was on it. Probably the hardest boss, at least in my opinion, in terms of the risk of losing huge amounts of time by dying. But it's the same in all categories. There's no way to skip anything or make it faster. So just a question of dealing with really badly made hitboxes and standing on some tiles and stuff.
Yeah, for this section, I typically like to just use the analog stick to oscillate between things to give my thumb a break. It's also because it feels good to like flick it from left to right. There we go. And of course, in doing so extremely fast, you can get this sort of like visual glitch where, like, for I think a single frame, one of the neighboring platforms goes back to a previous color and then goes back to yellow. It's a sort of weird thing. I don't know if you have anything to say about that specifically, Amosir.
I don't. My best guess is that it might be related to the fact that the way the tiles are actually the number of steps you need to take on them. It seems like it might be encoded in pairs of tiles. So if two of them are animating at once, it may be ambiguous as to what color the adjacent one should be.
Yeah.
I did kind of try and figure out. I was playing around with the memory on it at one point, trying to see if there were any secret colors other than yellow, green, blue, and purple. Because it seems like you would expect there to be a possibility for there to be a red one, but the way it's encoded means that no, there are exactly 3 possibilities. And that was also how I noticed that maybe they're encoded in pairs, and potentially that could explain that weird visual artifact, but could be also completely unrelated.
Yeah, if there was an additional color, it would probably mean that there'd be like a third turtle section to worry about and make this fight even longer than it already is. But we're doing the things. Right.
That's not
I should
good.
mention
Joker's done.
Toro is already in Vision 6-2, which is the last normal level in the whole game. So having a very clean run so far. There is quite a bit of tricky stuff in here, including a pretty rough final couple sections. But after that, it's a gauntlet of a bonus level and a lot of bosses. So most of the stuff that can essentially cause a reset is going to be passed for Toro very soon.
Nice.
Yep, Neil now doing the patented
Enemy manipulation
Yep.
/ wall clip. There's a reason why we have to enter and exit, or exit and enter back in to this area, and it's simply because these enemies that I'm using right now don't spawn in unless you do that. I think it's one of the oh crap. I think it's one of the things that is also present, I think, in any percent or all visions as well, with the enemies spawning in the next section if you do wall clip in 4-1, I believe. Right, Amoser?
Yeah. I don't remember the details of what happens in all visions, but yeah, there is definitely an interesting quirk there that we didn't notice right away.
Let's do Barajum with only 1 health left.
Oh. Wait, you doing Palladium with 1 heart?
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Unfortunately, even dying in that boss does not cost as much time as dying in the other bosses.
I feel like there's a sort of weight associated with the fight depending on the category you're running.
Gem.
Like, given the optimality that's present in some of them, right? If you were to die, right, for example, there in this category, you probably wouldn't be at as big of a disadvantage. But if you're doing no skips, for example, doing like a world record grind, then yeah, you would essentially have a dead run. Given that there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do to save yourself out of standard play.
Inconsistent seems to be having a bit of a rough time in 3-2.
Oh no,
what's going on?
I forgot a gem.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Did you
It's the
forget
one where
blue
you
gem?
ride the gondola.
Oh my god. This one is the easiest to forget.
It's so out of the way. I always forget to grab it.
Right, Toro now doing the climb section, or maybe has already finished the climb section, depending on how far behind I am. But this is sort of the last really tricky platforming outside of the bonus level, but that's kind of a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
So far looking good. Yeah, Toro getting through that very nicely. And so that marks the end of the main game for Toro. So now it's just going to be bosses, which are shared between all the different categories. And then the bonus level. Actually, the bonus level is going to be between the bosses. And of course, the bonus level also has gems, so we're going to be seeing a different route there than we see normally in all visions, but it still can be completed in slightly over 2 minutes if it goes perfectly.
Now I am entering 6-2.
Got the cycle in the blue orb of 5-1.
Yeah, that's a really brutal
Nice.
thing to go for.
Does the no skips optimization work for this category? I haven't bothered to check.
Yeah, a lot. Like the whole no skip strategy for the blue orb works in this category, and it's quite rough actually to go for, because it's even tighter.
Because you have to grab the gems.
From my perspective, yeah. Toro trying to get a quick Gadius here. Let's see if that works
I got a
out.
perfect guild there. At least as perfect as you can do on US.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, going for the optimal strategy there. That was good.
GG.
This giant moo will comply with my nonsense.
Toro not quite getting the quick Gadius, but doing a good backup, quickly jumping into one of the teleporters.
I actually never go for the quick one because I'm very bad at it.
Still a very good Gadius. Now we're seeing the bonus level. which is obviously quite different from the kind of platforming you see in the main levels, in that there are very few floors, and there are a lot more enemies than you normally see.
You use those enemies to traverse around the level effectively.
Toro running a little low on health, may need an intentional death later on in order to make it through some of the latter sections. But otherwise, it seems to be going fairly smoothly.
Nice.
We can get this clean up here. Nice. That was actually really fast.
I'm really messing up.
Yeah,
oh my god.
The physics can be a big problem
Crap.
with this early section. You have to really kind of get your momentum going.
I'm goofing up a little bit. Fine. Recovered.
Yeah, this extra vision can be quite brutal because of all these bottomless pits, but has made it through that the first physics-based section with a minor hiccup, but recovering quite nicely. Yeah, Neil is wrapping up 6-2 now.
Well, we got one more section to go, or one more hallway before we can say that.
Yeah, true.
Can I bounce up here? Ah! Okay.
Toro has just completed the
There's
final
a
mirror
really
experience.
weird glitch that can happen here thanks to some like plane nonsense that doesn't get updated with giant moves. Weird. You want to elaborate on that a bit? It has no like actual application anywhere, but it's just one of the many bugs in this game.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember the details of it, but I know if you jump from one of the moving platforms directly to a giant moo, I believe, it doesn't update the plane to what you're normally on, which allows you to essentially just kind of walk off the edge of the world. And that used to be how in any percent you could skip something, but that has been obsoleted by other clips that you can do now. But still, there are ways you can make it happen accidentally too, which I believe has tripped people up before. But like I said, it honestly has been a while since I've looked at that particular situation, so I can't speak too much on it, unfortunately.
Now for a very hard part of 5-2. I'm going to try and go for a very fast cycle.
Are you gonna do the green orb optimizations, or more so that damage bounce off of that flying move?
Oh, and that is my biggest time save yet. My biggest time loss yet. Ouchie.
Whoops. Squeezed through the way I would have liked.
Toro now reaching the end of the extra vision.
Lost nice over a minute.
Yeah, a couple unfortunate deaths in the last section where you have to kind of grab a thing and let your momentum carry you underneath a spike. It can be very finicky. I've seen a lot of runners get tripped up by that in the past, so it's not rare at all. But still making it through the end of extra vision, and now just on the final bosses.
Oh man, that was so close.
Yeah, Neil
That
narrowly
was so
missing
close.
a fast strategy there, but still collecting the switches without having to completely restart that section.
I think it looks super cool, but it's like such a tight optimization, right? I think you said something about getting damaged twice makes it like only save barely enough time.
Yeah.
Oh god, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so it's 3 minutes till my run is done.
Excuse
So
me?
green team is
Okay.
good to get
Just a
the
second, just
at least
Yeah, he
set
started way
ready.
before any of us. I think I started my run when he was in World 2 already. I'm thinking.
all the time.
And I'm entering Gaudius now.
2.5 minutes should be about.
See if Gaudius treats me well. 2. Oh, that one's so far away. Oh, well, I got 3. I got 3 hits. Okay.
Oh
4,
my god.
5.
Oh
6.
my god.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Oh my god. It happens again.
What happened?
Right? Okay. Just some gate 5-2 gate shenanigans. Trying to grab the move through the gate, and I get it the first time, but then I get screwed by the time cutoff. I enter the loading zone with the enemy, and it gets dark, and about like the last couple frames before I actually enter the next room, the time transitions to the eclipse, and I lose my enemy. I have to get it back again, and Stutter, definitely my worst stage.
Well,
But
Toro is
still
now
nice one.
entering the last, or is now in the last phase of the last boss, on pace for a very respectable sub 109 time.
Oh my god.
So this is just going to be a question of filling these cannons, avoiding the myriad of attacks that the boss throws at you. But other than that, there's not too much to it. You just drop enemies in these cannons, and then the boss dies, and that is the end of the game.
Got the mirror spirit for the extra vision coming up here. Grab the checkpoint
Neil already
before I
in the-
attempt it.
Already in the extra vision.
Okay, this is the last cannon. So the time is coming up, so green, get ready. Very soon. Green, now go.
Crap. Ah! Woo! Oh, man. This was an interesting series of events, but I saved it. Not gonna make
Yeah,
that.
very, very impressive save actually. Yeah, Toro has completed his run. So GG.
GG.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very, very respectable time too.
Oops.
Close to a PB if I'm not mistaken.
It was almost PB. The extra vision and the final boss pretty much took it.
Oh, man.
Still, I mean, being on pace that far into the run is very
Good.
good.
Yeah, given that there can be so many things that go wrong, this category.
Oh man. I missed a shot by throwing at the wrong direction.
No.
Well, at least the final phase of Joker didn't last that long afterwards. But yeah, I'm sad.
Neil making it through the extra vision. Oh, ooh. Almost.
That was really close. I fluttered and I saved that. Yeah. Oh man, this is scary.
Kind of terrifying. And yeah, so now it's Neil with the final bosses. I'm gonna try and do some
You can see the screen is filled with blue gems and all the little enemy sprites. So we're good to go. All right. Also, Team Yellow is on the final vision, so I want to say maybe 3 minutes before next run starts. Just in
I
case
think that's about right.
I have a notice there. Going right. I've somewhat developed a weird, sort of interesting way of doing this phase. Almost in line with what I do in Fantasy Reverie series, but of course there's still that element of RNG that can mess you up, so I just kind of hope that things play out the way I would like them to. Go right, go right, go right, go right. No!
Oh, I'm
Left.
getting unlucky. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just a question of which way the enemies spawn, which is completely random. So it means you're gonna have to wait for this hand attack to play out.
Moo at him. It'll just bounce off. Great.
So yeah, 7-second time loss, that just happens with 50% probability, even if you play it perfectly.
We're gonna take a death here at the start of the second phase to skip a sort of in-game cutscene. I really wouldn't call it a cutscene. It's more the prep time that the boss takes to put crystals up that we end up hitting. And you'll notice the influx of meteors rising from below. Those are indeed meteors, even though they kind of look like meatballs in a way.
No
Like put them in your spaghetti. Yeah, what has been seen cannot be unseen. I'm sure Natsu would enjoy eating some spaghetti.
Way.
Or Klonoa too, maybe.
I'm falling
possibly.
apart.
What happened?
Oh god, I messed up the double dreamstone section in 5-2 twice.
Oh no. And I missed a toss in the second phase. Alright. Okay, we're entering the final phase here. Team Yellow, so it's probably going to be 1 more minute before you guys start.
Yep, Neil on a pace for
I think at 107, 108.
Yep.
Surprisingly, didn't lose too much time after that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping this final phase will not be quite as exciting as it was in your stream yesterday.
Oh man, that was a really tight save that I did. But yeah, I think we'll be good. It needs to fill 1 more cannon, then I'll count down to start. All right.
GG.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Okay, 5,
Nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Time. The 107.32. Only went 32 seconds over my estimate.
GG, Neil.
Thank you. I
GG.
appreciate it. All right. Let me save that. We'll be posting this time too in the discussions channel. Because most likely ask about it.
We do not seem to have another runner for Team Chedward, unfortunately. But
Oh, are they not? Are they
yeah,
not
you
ready?
may want to ping the runner if you can.
Who is it? Yeah, let me see. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up really quick. You said what was it?
Bregerman or Bregerman?
Okay.
I'm not sure how to
Alright.
pronounce it, unfortunately.
It's alright. You are up. I think is that right? I can't see it because I have streamer mode up on my Discord. Weird mode. Yeah, okay. I pinged them. Yeah, but I saved that. Where are you and go at Belnor?
6-2.
I'm in 5-2.
Okay.
Also, I'm coming over here forgetting that I need to break him.
I had to close the relay stream because the bandwidth was starting to create instability on my
And
side.
I just
was looking
died.
at OBS. Oh,
That's fun.
let's see really quick.
I just
There might be
lost a
some
ton
audio
of time
bleed in.
because of that. That's great. Awkward.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait, let's see. Yeah, let me move this here. I'm gonna mute myself briefly.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, Belnor, we are. I'm curious as to whether I have not seen what the perfect cycle at the end of this with the climb section at the end looks like. So, if you do go for that, I'm really curious to see what that will look like. If it
Oh
works
my
out.
god, I did not miss the piece. That was very poorly played. But yeah, I'll go for it. But the chances of me actually getting it are extremely slim.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal from what I can tell. I certainly haven't been able to get it. It's essentially, it seems like likely to be like the no skips version, but even more finicky.
Oh yeah, it's much worse. But so far,
Alright, I'm back. I'm a little concerned that Bro hasn't come in. What kind of lead did Yellow have?
here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, stupid mistake.
Oh no.
What a stupid mistake.
Out of the way.
Well, it's done. It's over with. Yeah, I did this section really terribly.
You had at least 2 minutes ahead.
Turn my Klonoa game off.
Yeah.
Inconsistent seems to be making to the tail end of 5-2. Couple rough patches, but has pushed past them.
Yeah. I just noticed he's muted, so I'm assuming something is going on in the background. But
No.
okay.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna get up really quick because I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, now inconsistent. Entering into Joka. At least I'm so far behind the stream. I can only assume that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because
The Joker right now.
oh, well, I got unlucky too. I got. I have no idea why. So no fast room for me.
Yeah, that's a really brutal one where the damage boost, whether it works or not, is on a really weird cycle. The exact mechanics of it, I don't know why it works. Belnor and I have kind of noted that if you do it at the same time, it usually works, but it's really finicky. So unfortunately, that precludes the totally optimal movement from working. But you will still see, hopefully, a very clean ascent here.
Okay, I got this at least. I'm not angry about that. Nice, and I got the next.
Oh yeah,
next
really,
one.
really clean set of damage boosts there. Yeah. Yeah, using it to skip a platform at the end, as well as to do the same thing Neil did.
yeah, on the final room with the switches.
Okay, so finishing 6-2 very strongly. And now we'll be entering the final gauntlet as Inconsistent battles Joka, and we'll soon be entering Vision 6-1 and 6-2.
Well, let's see how this goes.
I don't like the amount of health I have right now, but hopefully I don't die.
Yeah, Joka death unfortunately is probably the most punishing death you can take. Although in this category, with opportunities to have to redo an entire level, it suddenly doesn't look as bad. But yeah, if you're careful, you should make it without too much problem. Especially since hearts are spawning. Not where you want them, but they're spawning, so.
No! Oh man, I was like 2 centimeters away from being able to grab that enemy and have a perfect guy just...
Yeah,
Shame.
what
a shame.
Alas, the curse of Gadius in this event lives on. I actually don't know if Neil got a perfect
Bring it back.
Gadius. Did you get a perfect Gadius, Neil? I don't remember.
No, I didn't. I got a kind of perfect. I got a third phase skip, but first phase is kind of rough.
I think that probably was the first third phase skip we've seen in this event, because I know everyone failed it in the any percent we did last time. So I think you're the only one to manage that.
I see. I'm really curious about what this Rugrats run is gonna entail here, bringing this up. I just see Tommy and Chucky just running around a grocery store, or this looks like a playhouse or something. What's going on? What are these developers on? Were those times updated, I believe?
What? It's never happened to me before. Okay. Going a little bit crazy.
Ooh, yeah, I saw what happened. That is unfortunate.
I played too good.
I would like you to know that I'm currently eating leftover Chipotle while I'm watching, struggle with 6-1 a little bit. So I'm sure he'll take that a certain kind of way. But, man, I wonder what happened to Bro.
Perfect. Wonderful. Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot the boomy. And then I threw him through the thing. That's the new mistake.
And I just gotta wonder.
Be getting a very good extra vision time.
That's solid work.
Now having I know Balnir has an IL time of 2:01, but this is still an extremely impressive time.
I don't remember what my time was.
And with this, the 100% requirements are complete, and I only have the final left to go. Final boss
Just don't enter one of the other visions by accident, alright?
Yeah, thankfully that did not happen.
I totally wasn't trying to jinx you right
As long
Oh,
as we don't find a new, crash in the final vision, Balnir should have pretty smooth sailing here, and on pace for a very, very strong time as well. Probably not quite a world record, but certainly would be likely to be, I'm guessing, second place only to himself.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of time in the early game, and 5-2 was pretty bad. But not a lot of the run was, I think, pretty good. So I'm definitely not complaining. Definitely a chill run. Doesn't matter.
I saw that in Go.
No, you didn't. No.
Yes, I did. I'm literally watching you, and I'm also watching Tommy climb up a bunch of cardboard boxes. The word towel. Something wrong with that grocery store.
Yeah, and Inconsistent is making it through the Mirror Spirit the second time, which is what you want to see. I was a little worried. I was a little worried that you had gotten the gem before the checkpoint, which is usually what I end up doing.
Fire Marshal Team 2003-041, you should probably start prepping up, because in a minute also I will transfer. I repeat, Fire Marshal member, you need to continue. Oops. It's gonna soon end.
Wait, am I actually gonna come out ahead even though I had to...
Oh,
I made like
something
3 mistakes? No way.
Damn, look at you.
That's crazy.
If you PB this, it'll... Oh
Ooh,
no, and now
also-
Chucky is... Dude, what is this Rugrats game, man? This is weird. The only memory I have of this game is like, there's like this demo disc that I had, a CD Interactive, and there was a trailer for this game. Never actually played this game. It looks weird. But also kind of interesting, I guess.
Okay, time is
At the
gonna
last game.
start very soon. Very soon. 3, 2,
Oh, Balnir,
1.
I'm making it
Done. Done.
Nice.
Oh my.
Behind your